We've got fitness guru Gia Fey in to discuss how to keep your health resolutions while you're dating. And we're going to talk about what you might need to do if you're trying to shed before you wed. While we cheers with our nightcap, Jim and Juice, tonight on It's Complicated.
You're listening to It's Complicated with your hosts Jennifer Golden and Lauren Leonelli, coming to you live from the AfterBuzz TV studios in Los Angeles, California.
Hello, master daters. Welcome back for another episode of It's Complicated.
Struggle is real when you're dating in the city.
I am not Lauren.
And I am not Jen. And over here we have Jen Golden.
And over here we have Lauren Leonelli, everybody.
Yay, we're here.
We're
in the studio
Surprise,
tonight.
It's Wednesday.
We're back. Same time, same place. Don't be shocked.
Same not people.
Same not her. And also consistency. And that's why you guys love us. It's like a child. They like structure. You guys like, not that you're children. Well, maybe you are. Anyway, if you are, earmuffs, because we're going to fucking discuss some tips tonight for keeping your health resolutions while dating, how to get your confidence up before a date with some simple fitness moves that you can do at home. Those are my fave. Like, listen, if you're short on time, YouTube Gia, our guest, do some butt workouts, get your curves popping, and you're all set. And also, what if you need to shed before you wed?
Like Lauren.
Maybe
I mean, you definitely don't, but I am shedding for your wedding.
Oh, I am also shedding for my wedding.
From where?
The places.
I think you need to.
I think the anxiety, which I will get into in a second, is also helping me shed. Anyway, all that and more tonight with a fitness YouTuber extraordinaire, Gia Fey. We're so pumped.
The most pumped. Guys, Mexican Venezuelan Gia Fey began her passion for self-care after studying kinesiology and nutrition. Like, she's one of those people that really studied. It wasn't like, what to do today? Oh, I'll be a trainer.
Like, I do squats, so I'm just gonna, and listen, I guess that's fine too, but like, she understands the body and the muscles, how they work, what it does,
all
nutrition,
the things.
She already diagnosed me in my issue, which maybe you can't see if you're watching, but we'll get into that too also.
Her issue.
Yeah.
Just one.
I
Only
have
one.
Only one. I'm perfect otherwise.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Guys, she's an internationally recognized YouTuber and speaker who inspires and promotes fitness health within the Latino community and us. Her bilingual channel creates an inviting platform for viewers to learn easy exercising tips and eating habits to implement in their everyday life.
It's like such a lovely, healthy body image that I just love so much. And a
Curvy
great workout.
girls.
Oh, yeah, no. Great
All
workout.
about it.
All about it.
Into it.
But before we get into all of that, it is time for our nightcap, Jim and Juice. See what we did with that? This is a Apothic wine, red wine. It's a blend, which is perfect for tonight because we're working out. When we're working out hard and we're playing hard, it's all about balance, just like the balance of the rich, sexy flavors in this wine. It's very good. It's a blend, like we said. Plus, red wine typically has less sugar and like all the other stuff in it that makes you feel hungover. So it's going to make you feel a little less hungover than all the other sugary shit. So cheers to that.
Really. And I needed this. So
Yes,
yeah.
I know. So did I.
So glad. Also, so glad Gia likes red wine because
Mm-hmm.
if we had tequila one more time, I would have tequila'd myself.
It would have been not a tequila mockingbird. Whatever. I just couldn't do a tequila again, so thank God.
Anyway, so obviously things are complicated as usual in their own way. I went to Vegas with
Yes.
some people, like I mentioned, and I've been sick since, so I sound like a frog just perpetually. It's what I do now. And so I used my time while like homebound to finally take down my Christmas decor.
Oh, yeah, I did that late, too.
Yeah, oh well.
But isn't it kind of, I love Christmas decor, but isn't it kind of nice when you take it down and everything looks like very clean again?
Okay, so I had a real come to Jesus moment with that, and I was
Come
like,
to baby Jesus?
in
After his
the
birthday?
Nazareth.
Yes.
In the nativity scene.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know these things, guys, because I love Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But I had like grass is always greener kind of moment, even when it's Christmas, everyone, because we're like, we can't wait till Christmas, countdown to Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas. Throw up all the decor. You can't wait to get your tree. You're like, how early can I get it? At Halloween? When can I start? But then you're like, how soon can I get rid of this from my house? I need my house back and my personal space.
It gets cluttered.
Yeah.
With like a lot of colors that I don't love, like red.
See, and I'm into the red, but not the green. Gotta go green.
Oh, yeah, green I like, but the red is hard for me.
Yeah. Well, you know, you could do like a Silver Bells type
I
of
could
situation.
next year. Well, no, see, it's not gonna. I have James and his daughter. They like have Charlie Brown Christmas decorations.
Well, she's a child, so I
but
get
also, no.
My cousin actually was like, I think we should stop having classy Christmas and go like
Cheese ball,
like
Central?
what's that National Lampoon's Christmas experience?
yeah.
Like he wants barf Christmas.
Okay, well, I mean, listen, if it's all a thing, then maybe it'll be kind of cute. But this is like sort of like my sophisticated decorations mixed in with like literally what's the snowman from Frozen.
Olaf.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I think we can get rid of Olaf. I think he could go.
No, you have a
goodbye.
child in the house.
You know what? Whose team are you on?
I forget. I think Olaf's.
Mine. Anyway.
Oh, yours, obviously yours.
But no, you're right. It is nice to get it like crisp and clean again.
Totally. Like, I feel rejuvenated, although now I need to, like, really Marie Kondo the shit, but whatever, one thing at a time. And I also cannot stand that she does it all in subtitles. I don't have the time for that.
Yeah, she does speak English, but Japanese is her first language,
It's
and she has
annoying.
the translator. And also, I just heard something about really her philosophy on really thinning your books out. People feel bad about
Yes.
getting rid of books.
Donate them.
Don't feel bad about getting rid of your books. Paper hoarders are the worst.
Right. And also, unless you have a library dedicated for books, you don't need that many books unless you're going to
Yes.
refer back to it regularly. Give them to somebody that needs them. That's a really good gift. Say, like, you
Yeah.
re-gift something that you loved and you give it to someone else, or you donate it to the people that need them, like schools and stuff, because shit, they're on fucking strike right now. So
I
they
know.
need all the things.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But more importantly than all of these things I just mentioned is that I saw Sean, the astrology guy, and he told me 2019 is my year of love.
Woohoo!
And it's happening like this weekend. It starts.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no. So
This
someone
weekend.
should date me immediately. Surprise! I have dates planned. That's fine.
Oh my God, I can't believe it was that specific.
Would it be weird though if I go on a date and I'm like, so today is a magical day for
No,
you?
don't do that.
Oh, no.
Also, no, don't do that.
I need a date for your wedding.
But it could be, you do, but it could be like even the person that you meet, maybe like he's the door to some, like you got to think about it in the most obscure way too, because he could be like a door opening to somebody. He could be somebody's friend. He could be somebody that teaches you a very important lesson so that then you meet this person. It's starting this
I
weekend.
think I've met my quota for lessons.
I know. I'm not saying that that's
Everyone
it. I'm just
refer
saying
back to the last 3 years of episodes.
it could be, try to think of it as like broad as you can so that it takes the pressure off all the things.
Okay,
because
engaged girl.
you also
I'm
don't,
on a time crunch.
Listen,
Call me, boyfriend.
I am also on a time crunch, okay?
I know, we have to plan your wedding. Wait, real quick though.
Yeah.
Speaking of story, so I'm in it for the story. I cannot swipe right and be like, that's how we met. Love it. First swipe. That's so fucking lame. Sorry. But if we're asking me how I prefer it, that's not it. Like you
Right.
met him through a friend,
Yeah.
and that's a lovely story. I actually have a friend who was like, I have the perfect guy to set you up with. I'm like, oh, do tell. And she's like, he's the brother of a guy that you already went out with because both of them are my cousins and we're here talking about you. And I was like, that's weird, right? And she's like, no, not to them. They think you're great.
Good. Then who cares? Don't
And
make
scene.
it weird. Goodbye. Maybe this is the person. We will keep you all updated. I am also going to keep you updated on the wedding planning. I got super stressed out and had an anxiety attack, which is not odd for me because that's how I roll. It's like my jam. I majored in anxiety. It's like I'm real good at it. And I'm like, and my kitty, I don't know if Jeff just pulled up my kitty, but my kitty passed away. And it's just been kind of like exciting, but there's been a lot of things. And I had an anxiety attack about the wedding because I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so fun. I'm so excited. What can I worry about? How about this thing? So I think we should talk about it, guys.
Okay,
Let's
please.
be honest here. A lot of people wouldn't know this about me because I'm like in front of the camera, but it actually makes me pretty uncomfortable. I get really shy and self-conscious, and I'm always afraid that I'm gonna like all of a sudden just start like sweating and get hot and like because that's how I am all the time anyway. Like I'm a nervous person, and when I feel like I'm trapped in front of a camera or in front of a crowd of people and I can't leave, like I don't like that feeling. It's an uneasy feeling. Plus, in conjunction, thank you, with the fact that I'm having like a really vulnerable moment and I have to do it in front of like a crowd of people. I'm sorry, but I think it's uncomfortable. I want to share it with people, but it makes me uncomfortable. I don't
agree.
know what. Thank you, Jeff.
I've been through it. I will say the rehearsal I thought was almost more uncomfortable than the wedding.
I'm like,
So I would get all the nerves and all that stuff out for the rehearsal, and then on the wedding day, you just have to say F it. You really do.
I know.
Because you know you're marrying your person.
I know.
And something's going to go wrong. So you just have to, I totally get it, and that's totally valid. I'm glad you're saying it.
Do you just pretend that the audience isn't there? Because, like, first of all, I do think it's a little strange, like, in these, like, days and age, whatever, this day and age, that, like, you get married in front of, like, an audience as though it's for them.
Well,
it's not. It's for you.
I was trying to tell that to James. I'm like, do you have sex in front of a crowd of people? Like, this is an intimate moment. I'm not like that big of a follower that I'm just doing this thing because everyone else fucking does it. Like,
you know what though? Is it okay for me to weigh in here?
Yes, please.
So
because Jeff is married, obviously.
You really have to think about it as a gift for everyone there, because how many times have you gone to a wedding and not loved seeing
I love it. I love it.
So everyone there is just. It's the one time you'll be on, quote, stage, Lauren, where everyone's on your team. You can't do it wrong.
Yes, I can. If I'm uncomfortable, then I'm going to be, like, so annoyed because I don't want to be uncomfortable during my vows. I know what you're saying, and you're right, and I'll probably be fine. But
you know what people do? They do secret vows after they do the first look.
Oh.
Where they do it with each other and say the things that are important so they don't have to do it in front of the crowd, because it's not for the crowd anyway.
Good.
We get it. You love each other. You're getting married. We don't have to hear why you love each other. We fucking know.
Okay, great. That's an option that I can present.
So you would do the first look.
Yeah.
You then say your vows to each other, and the photographer takes pictures of you crying, telling each other all the things about, like, why you love the Patriots and he loves your cooking. And you love diamonds and he loves your cooking. I don't know, whatever it is you two love about each other.
Definitely.
But yeah. It's those things. He loves that you're friends with me.
Yes.
That's
number one
obviously.
On the list.
But and then you go do your actual wedding and you make your ceremony short.
Yes.
Because you just do the things.
And also, nobody wants to sit through a long ass ceremony.
No,
anyway,
never.
Let's be real.
We want to get as fast to the, like, quickly
Open
to the bar.
As fast as we can.
Go.
Totally. So
you don't have to do a stage. You could do, like, just ground.
I'm gonna, I think, walk out onto a beach in up Northern California.
Like Carmel.
Like sexy beach, like kind of cold, like breezy, sexy beach, not like hot tropical bird of paradise beach.
Romantic, wispy beach.
Yeah, romantic wispy beach.
Versus
I think that's what
tropical.
Yes. So but I think it's okay to talk about it. Like, that's just me. I get nervous about shit like that. And so I had an anxiety attack about it, and I think I gave myself shingles. If you're looking, I think I have welts on my face. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. I'm fine. I'll be good. We're going to work through it together.
We've got months, I think.
We're going to work through it together.
Last thing I'll say on it, if I can, the kind of fun thing about the nervousness is you're with your person. So I remember, like, not liking it at all when Laura wasn't there, and then once she showed up, like, once they opened the door, I was like, okay, now I have a teammate. You know, it's like then you're going
I have to think about it like that.
Because once James gets up there, even if you're nervous, your dude's right there. You know, so it's kind of sweet. It kind of makes you lean into the person, I think.
Totally. I agree.
And you do like having a partner there.
Yes. I don't like being all by myself. I just hope everyone's...
Jeff, that's when you play the song All By Myself.
Oh, but... No, you just sing
or
it.
you sing it. I didn't realize it was an improv session, but this is great.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll be fine. I'll be good, I think. Knowing it's starting to give myself some answers about, like, where it might be and what it might look like and feel like. I think I just need to put my feet in the ground, like my bare feet in the ground. I want to, like, hear the ocean in the background. I want to, like, I want it to feel very relaxing and, like, peaceful. And it's also a really beautiful backdrop that you don't have to, like, fabricate. Like, I don't need to put shit out there.
That's
It's just
people with their
done.
flowers that die and you don't get to keep them and the whole thing.
I think that's the way we're going to go. We're going to go check some locations out. It's going to be fine. And hopefully my shingles go away by the next show. Keep you posted.
Can't wait to hear all about it, guys.
Yeah. I know. We're pumped to plan, and I'm pumped to stop being anxious. So drink my red wine.
Do that. And we're pumped for our guest, who is an international certified strong and conditioned woman. Who may have some relationships she might want to dish about.
Oh, my God.
And some tips for us on, shedding for Lauren's wedding.
Yes.
And if that doesn't leave your head spinning, then her classes will, obviously. Yes. Welcome to the studio, Gia.
Hello, ladies. Thank you guys so much for inviting me.
Oh, my gosh.
This wine is actually really good.
I know.
Yes.
I'm
all about the antioxidants, right?
I know.
I did choose the healthier of the alcoholic beverages.
Because you were telling us what your opinion is on vodka.
Vodka wrinkles your face, ladies.
But
it raisins your face. You want your face to look like a raisin sooner than it needs to?
No,
Keep drinking
So
vodka.
it's more dehydrating than like a
It's
glass
more
of red wine, per se.
dehydrating.
Okay.
Well,
is it
red
because
wine,
there's more vodka? I mean, more alcohol in
it's
it?
just toxic. It doesn't actually have any nutrients in it.
Okay,
That's
so
why.
red wine's a little bit
Red
better.
wine
Because
has
it's a fruit salad.
antioxidants. Yes, because it has
Okay.
fruits.
Yeah,
It has
it's fruit salad.
antioxidants, which helps you fight the free radicals in your body,
Yeah.
which is what you constantly need to strengthen your immune system.
Which is my body is not fighting free radicals right now. And Gia was like, that could be shingles. And I think she might be right.
Well, she's also a doctor, guys. Gia Fey!
Yay! Dr. Faye in the
Right,
studio.
Dr.
That
Booty
actually-
Fey.
That sounds good, actually.
All right. Well,
so.
we are going to get like into it. We're drinking our drink. We have like some super fast questions we want you to answer, like just from your gut, like right off the bat. Like, what is the best date you've ever been on?
Oh God, the best date the one I got engaged on.
Oh my God. Okay.
What?
Yeah, the best date I've ever been on was in the Dominican Republic with this beautiful Spaniard. It was the second, well, technically it was our first date, the first real date, because the first night we met, it was at a club.
Okay.
And then the second day was our official date. And we just spent the whole day together on the beach and holding hands and making out a lot. And by the end of the day, he had gotten on his knees and he proposed. And that was probably my best date, only because of the fact that he was this beautiful Spaniard I had just met. And yes, it was crazy, but I had just gotten divorced too. So I was in a place where I was very vulnerable. And it just was the perfect timing.
Oh my God. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever going to top that one.
No one is. Okay, so how long were you divorced before you met your Spaniard?
Only 2 months.
Oh my goodness. And you at no point were like, I think this is moving a little quickly.
I mean, I did, but you know, it's just one of those things. You meet somebody, you just connect. You know, he was Spanish as well, so the language was there. He opened up his heart instantly to me, and I did too. I shared to him everything I had been through, and it was just instantly vulnerability. And I think vulnerability is super important when you're connecting with any human being.
How, okay, so then what, well.
So many
we wanna-
questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions that have to do with this.
What was your wedding like?
Yeah, like how when did you get
What was your
married?
ring?
How long were you married? What happened?
So we did marry the next day. We set up a
What
whole wedding
the
with a
fuck?
restaurant in Punta Cana. We were in Punta
Yeah.
Cana, which is actually the #1 wedding destination location.
It's
I found
beautiful
out.
there,
I
yeah.
found this out later.
But the mosquitoes.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are bad. I mean, I don't really
can't-
remember
I
a
just
lot of the
won't.
mosquitoes, but yeah,
That's what I would think of.
But we just set it up with a restaurant on the beach, and I mean, it was one of those things. It's like YOLO. You know, you
But,
only
like,
live once.
Who was
and
there?
My Dominican sister that I met there.
What?
I had met I went there by myself.
Okay.
So I met this girl. She lived there, and she was from the Dominican Republic. She ended up being my maid of honor. She helped me set the whole thing up as well. And then he was there with some of his friends too. He was a stockbroker, so he had some of his partners there. And she was there with one of her friends, and it was just a really small wedding right on the beach. I was in a white bikini. He was in white boxers. I mean, it was like, people thought it was a photo shoot, though, because I had already started doing YouTube. So people are like, yeah, right. She's doing a photo shoot. I mean, because it was so unexpected. Too, you know, so, and everyone had just seen me with my ex-husband not very long ago, so it was to people didn't believe it, and it lasted 20 wonderful days.
Okay, so what happened? Like, you have such great
Oh,
things to say about
gosh.
everything from top to
The
bottom.
thing that
Like,
happened was my first husband.
Oh.
That is what came into the picture. He found out, and he came back into the picture basically saying, how could you get married so fast? We just got divorced. I still love you. And I mean, obviously, a part of me will always love my ex-husband.
Sure.
And I just really thought he had changed. He
How
really
long were you
sold
with
me.
the ex-husband?
We were married total 3 years.
I thought you were going to
And-
say 30 days.
No, 3 years, but together 3.5. So
Okay.
we really only waited 5 months as well to get married. I just love getting married.
I mean,
guess
what's
When's
so.
the next one?
I'm
I
like,
don't know,
I wish
maybe this
you're like,
year.
I don't get nervous about that shit at all.
She's
Well,
like, you
they've
want me to
told
plan
me-
it? Let me ask my random friend in the Dominican.
Right? Well, they told me this is my love year too. I'm a pig according to the Chinese astrology.
Okay.
So this is my year. Apparently, I'm going to marry
What?
again this year.
God, I wonder what the fuck you're like that. Her years of like non-off years are like off the chain.
I mean, damn.
Weddings and jeez.
Well, it's been
Louise.
tough though. Let me tell you, since that wedding, I got back with my first husband, which is why it ended.
Okay.
And that was another 4 years off and on of just chaos.
Yeah.
Don't recommend it. But I learned a lot on the journey, and it definitely made me a stronger woman. And now I share my story with a lot of other women, and it just kind of inspires them to, live their life to the fullest and
Yeah.
maybe learn from some of my mistakes. hopefully.
Well, I mean, listen, you live in the moment and you experience what you experience, and that's how you embrace things. There's nothing wrong with that. You just made the choice to go for it. And a lot of people regret not knowing if they have that urge, but they don't take that step. They're too whatever.
Yes, fear is one of the things that I've never allowed to stop me. If anything, if I feel the fear, I push myself to do it. And of course, I was terrified to get married again. But I met somebody amazing, and it just felt right.
Were you guys from the same place? Like, did you talk? I mean, like, how was it going to be after you left the Dominican?
So he was from Madrid.
Okay.
He flew back to Madrid and flew to LA a week later to meet my parents, to, close the deal really again, basically, because we were going to marry again in Spain in 2 months.
Wait, but so how does it hold up if you get married in the Dominican? Does it actually count in the U.S.? Like, did you have to get annulled? I have so many questions.
We did get annulled, but it was like a simple signature. It was not anything.
Yeah, a lot of people get married in like Canada or Mexico or whatever. It's the same thing.
Exactly, because we didn't file the license here. We really never did the license here, which that's when it really becomes legal. So I really look at it more as a ceremonial wedding.
Okay.
Well, no, technically it was, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we had everything. I mean, it felt real. We had the ring and everything. The ring was one of the traditional stone from Dominican Republic. It's the blue one. I don't know what it's called.
Like turquoise?
Well, it's a light blue. It's not turquoise.
It's aquamarine?
Yeah.
Yes, it's like an aqua. It's the traditional stone of the Dominican Republic.
This is very Hallmarkian.
Very Hallmarkian.
I love everything about it. Like, there should be a movie made about it.
Sorry, I just found it.
Oh, that's
there
the stone.
it is.
What is
Yeah.
it? Okay, beautiful.
Yes.
Larimar?
Yeah.
Oh my
Interesting.
God, you guys.
Okay. Looks like blue amethyst almost.
Hey, something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue.
Look at
Blue,
you.
right? But it still didn't work.
Well,
Only because, I mean, yeah, I still had, complicated situation, or the complicated relationship with my ex-husband.
so it was hard for you to say goodbye to this guy, it sounds like. And still, I still see it on your face and you hear it in your voice.
Oh,
like, you're sad that you
gosh.
had to end this.
Can you not
wonderful-
reconnect? Is he like alive
Yeah,
still? What's happening?
I tried to because me and my ex-husband got back together, and 3 months later, he broke up with me because he found out I hooked up with people while we were divorced. I'm like, yeah,
Hello.
that happens when you're single.
Yeah.
Right. Hi.
But he didn't like that one of them was an ex-basketball player that he knew as well. They were teammates, and
Okay.
that was probably
You
not...
can't pick and choose.
Right?
That's it.
Come
You
on.
can't-
Came
you
at
got
me.
divorced.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, he broke up with me, broke my heart again, and I tried to hit him up again. And obviously, he didn't trust me with his heart anymore.
Yeah.
He was like, Gia, you literally, broke my heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cute
Maybe when you're
guy.
like a little bit older and there's more time and space. Because
Like
it just sounds like there
The
was such a
Notebook.
connection.
There really was. And we didn't even have premarital sex.
I mean, I was going to say, too.
We
like,
waited till day 3, which is when we got married.
Oh,
so it
my
worked out
God.
perfect.
That is fucking insane.
She waited 3 whole days.
3 days.
3
what a
whole
prude.
days.
You
right?
Are such
I know,
a
I'm
prude.
such a prude.
You're with God. It's fine.
Well, you wanted to
I do
wait.
love
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, so then you were
there
just
you
like
go.
trying to be right with everything.
Oh, cute. and you
Well,
wore white.
And now
Good.
you were mentioning that you were already YouTubing at this point, so people were like kind of knew you or recognized you or didn't really understand like, oh, this is a photo shoot because of who you are. So they knew you because of Curvy Girls, correct?
Yeah, Curvy Girls Fitness is when I
Okay.
started.
And so
yeah.
How did that
yeah.
come about?
Gosh, Curvy Girls Fitness, honestly, it was something I had been doing for a couple years before I actually started the channel. But when I got divorced, it just kind of was a place for me to channel my healing energy. And I kept reading in books that the more that you give, you heal. And I needed to heal a lot. So my way to give back was with this channel. I started it because when the YouTube started to take off, I also noticed that there wasn't enough curvy girls represented on television, commercials, magazines. And so that kind of all together, started something inside of me that I felt like I needed to do. And I really just did it for philanthropy, really, because a lot of Latinos couldn't afford me. I was a personal trainer in Hollywood, training people, different celebrities and sports athletes and executives. And I just felt like it was something that I could do to, like I said, to just give back. And then next thing you know, there's a lot of curvy girls that want to build their glutes and have bodies like me that are not necessarily the traditional trainer body, because most trainer females, at least the women that I saw in my industry, they just got so into it. Some, 80% of them started taking steroids, and I was offered steroids constantly when I was at Gold's Gym, and it was something that I just didn't want to do. So I just made it a place that It could be for every woman to feel sexy
More relatable.
and more relatable.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
also niche, and someone needs to like call it out. Like you can be curvy and sexy and
Yeah.
fit all at the same time.
I mean, it's what Jennifer Lopez was to me. Until I saw Jennifer Lopez, I thought I was fat.
Yeah.
I thought I was gross. I never worked my butt and hips because I didn't want them to get bigger. Because when you work the muscles, they grow. So I never worked them. And it was until Jennifer Lopez, the movie Selena, came out, and I was like, I am sexy.
You're like, that body looks like me.
Yes, exactly.
No, and the Kardashians, I mean, you love them or whatever you want to say about them, but like that, and listen, we
but
don't
they're
know.
very manufactured,
I
which
mean,
actually
yes.
kills me.
I
It
think
does,
I
yeah.
think they are, but I think that it's like a little. I mean, I think they're an exaggerated version of their body types, which are a curvier
Yes.
body type. They're all, I mean, they're all different heights and everything, but they're a curvy type of. All of them have always been that way. My girlfriend went to high school with all of them, and she's like, they look like, I mean, they look different, but
Yeah,
at the
they're
time,
just enhanced.
Yeah, they're enhanced, but it's an enhancement of how they already were, just like
Yeah.
very voluptuous and
Yeah,
curvy.
Armenian girls tend to be, curvy and the glutes. I've trained a lot of Armenian girls, and it's all about the booty with them.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, listen, I guess accentuate what you feel good about. I mean, that's what it's all about. You have to find something within you that you like and appreciate, and like accentuate it if you want. If that's what makes you feel good and sexy, don't wait for someone else to validate that.
Exactly.
Like if you like your big boobs or your small boobs or your big ass or your skinny legs or whatever it is, like do
Exactly.
whatever you
but
want.
own it.
Yeah, own it.
That's the biggest thing, is to just own it. And that when I finally owned my body is when the YouTube channel took off, is when my creativity and everything started to connect. But it wasn't until that point, because before then, when I first started in Hollywood, I mean, I don't even know how I got clients. I just felt like nobody wants to train with me, but I loved it. I loved doing it in college, and I was like, I'm going to do this till I figure my life out. That was 10 years ago now, because now I do it professionally. But it just, eventually when you own it, it just all kind of comes together.
I think people can see through, inauthenticity, and when someone looks at you and sees how like authentically passionate you are, like why wouldn't you want to be? It's infectious kind of, because they're
Exactly.
looking for motivation too, especially in an industry like trying to work out, where a lot of people have a hard time motivating. That they
Yeah.
feed off of your motivational energy probably, and they know that it's real. You're not just there to get a paycheck. You're there because you love it.
No, exactly. When I first started in college, I was getting $25 a class. And that's basically 2 times a week. I wasn't going to make a living
Whoa.
off of that. And
No.
but I still pursued it after college. I was like, I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm going to follow what I
trusted,
love.
yeah.
And I did start training in Hollywood, so I wasn't just going to go train anywhere. I was going to go train where more likely you're going to get business. But eventually, just chasing what you love, it just comes to you.
Well, because it doesn't feel like work at that point. So
No.
you are happy doing the thing, and
No.
it, I think, spreads that energy. Okay, so going back to the whole curvy girl thing. So when you think of curvy and fitness, you don't necessarily think that, like, you think somebody's curvy because they don't work out versus they work out to be
I think
curvy.
that's a general consensus of someone who may not be educated like Gia or
Totally,
whoever.
absolutely. But so, like, what would you say is your, like, pitch on curvy girl fitness? Like, how does it translate? Like, if I'm like, okay, I am the way I am. I have this butt and these thighs. That is what it is.
You have a great butt, Jen.
Thank you. You heard it here first or second, whatever, third. It's fine. She is a fan. But like, if I were to like say like, okay, I want to work out, I'm never gonna like all of a sudden be this like skinny stick thing, and I don't want to be. I just want to look like I am a fit person, but still curvy. But like, what's this pitch for that? Like, I want to keep your body the same, but like tone it. How would you like tell somebody that and say like, you can still be this curvy, voluptuous thing?
I mean, you can build curves. There is obviously ways to build curves, but you do have to, again, owning your body and accepting what you have. I have a lot of 13, 11-year-old girls that are like, help me build a butt, please, I want a butt. And I'm like, you have to grow and get hormones to do that. There is obviously, I always tell younger girls to start at a younger age, because that's going to build a healthy lifestyle. But, as far as when it comes to a pitch, I mean, everybody is different. And women are naturally curvy, though. Women naturally have that. And that's what Curvy Girls Fitness was all that. It was just helping women enhance their curves with simple exercises to build confidence. Because once you really, really strengthen and empower your body and own your body, own your curves, or own, if you have skinnier legs or aren't that curvy, it's just owning every single curve of your body. Because even if you don't have a big butt, you're still going to have boobs, you're still going to have hips. And it's all that stuff that really helps you just own your body and be able to go out into the world in dating, business, whatever, with confidence.
Yeah.
Well, if you're dating in LA, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that watch our show that are probably doing that, and like we are single in LA.
Yes, we are. God, dating. I don't even know if we want to get into that.
Yikes.
I
Well-
just started dating this last week. I gave myself
This last
6
week?
months. Well, because, okay, so I didn't finish the story with my ex-husband.
Yeah,
I
what
got
happened?
back with him one last time last
Third time's a
year.
charm.
Oh.
6th time is not a charm.
No, Gia.
I know. Last year, January to June.
Plague.
January to June, and again, he broke my heart. He's a broke guy now. I'm like, he's coming to me now trying to find some sugar mama. I'm like, ain't got time to take care of a little boy, right?
No.
So when that happened, I just finally gave myself 6 months where I'm like, okay, what's happening? Why did I get back with him? I needed to just do soul searching. And I just took a break. So this last week I started dating, and it's just been, oh my gosh, I don't know how much time we have, but goodness.
Are you on
it's
dating
just-
apps?
No, I
So-
tried dating apps, and they're just
Not for you.
Not
So
for
how are you
me.
meeting people?
Instagram right now.
Okay, but that's good for you.
Which is-
That's
Absolutely.
I mean, it is, but it isn't. You know, I'm very cautious with people I meet on Instagram because most of these guys are like following, 50,000 of these, Instagram fitness models. So for me, I'm very cautious about it, but I've started to open up the DMs. I've started to open myself up just to start dating again. I just feel the fear of dating. And so when I have the fear, anytime I have fear, I'm like, okay, do it. This means you have to do
Push
this.
through.
Yes, push through.
I love that you give yourself a challenge. But so now, I don't know if you're this way, and I don't know if you felt this way when you were dating, but when you live in LA and you know what's out there, because you see with your eyeballs, that there are all these people that like come to LA, they're Instagram models, or they're super skinny, and they live
Not
off
to
of...
compare, but you're just seeing
No, but that's
what's
what I'm
out
saying.
there. Yeah.
You
Yes.
do start to compare.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there is this whole, like, I think, like, switch that goes off in your head, and you're like, well, are they going to like me? Because I don't know that I'm as skinny as the one they went out with the night before, or whoever else they're talking to, or the people I see with my own eyes. Like, how do you prepare yourself to go out into the dating world, feel confident amongst all these people that look like beautiful? They just wake
I
up
mean,
like that,
honestly,
maybe.
confidence is something that you build. I truly believe exercise is a great way to build confidence. Why? Because when you do something hard, like a hard workout, you feel like, wow, I can do hard things. And it starts to change your brain. It starts to change your perspective, and it builds inner muscles, your spiritual muscle, which is a whole nother conversation. It's way more than muscle in your body. You need that confidence, and exercise is one way to do it. Also being bold, doing things that get yourself out of your comfort zone. But the foundation, I feel, is exercise. I mean, again, I'm going to say it from a fitness, coach, strength coach perspective, but it really I've seen the difference in the last 10 years of the women I've trained drastically. Women that were afraid to date, women that were afraid to put a bikini on, women that were afraid to wear something sexy. All that stuff. Confidence is something you build constantly.
And it's not like working out is going to necessarily, it doesn't totally and completely change your body shape. Like you're enhancing what somebody already has. So these women putting on a bikini, they may be a couple pounds lighter or but it's about how you feel.
Yes.
I completely agree. Working out for me is, I feel so good when I
Right?
do a hard workout.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that my body can do that.
Like, I'm a
It's
badass.
not like it does.
Yeah.
It's not like I do I did a spinning class today. I thought I was going to vomit. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
this is
I
so
started
hard.
as a spinning instructor.
Yes.
Those classes are no joke.
No joke. And I was
No
like,
joke.
I feel really good that I can do that. It's not like I'm going to look in the mirror and look different from before and after. I'm like, great. And whatever. I just like the way a hard workout. You're the first person I've ever heard say that, and you like clicked in my mind. That is totally true for me. A hard workout makes me feel strong, not
Yes.
like muscular, just
Yes.
strong in general.
Yes.
And I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you have to pay attention to whatever it's making you feel like. It's not always going to be an outward appearance thing.
No.
And I think the more you do it, it does somehow, it will change you a little bit. It will change your body shape a little bit. So you're going to see some results, whether they're drastic or not, depending on
Exactly.
your body type. But it's also pay attention to how it's making you feel inside.
Yeah, and it's important, like you said, dating in Los Angeles, if you don't own who you are, and if you don't realize that you are exactly the way you're supposed to be, you're in exactly the place that you're supposed to be, and there's another perfect person, not perfect, but perfect for you. When you start to change those perspectives and you build that spiritual muscle, right? This is all spirit because this is internal stuff. This isn't
The
like
stuff that matters.
Yes, exactly. Of course. The stuff that really matters. I mean, to go out in the dating world, you have to have that confidence and you have to know deep down inside that there is somebody perfect for you. You know, and you don't have to be a size 0 to feel confident.
What? And now this answer I completely agree with that. Honestly, it's hard in this city in particular, and there may be other cities where people might, Paris or wherever else, where people might feel that way, like a heavy, a city with a heavy industry like Hollywood or fashion or something like that, New York, maybe, whatever. But is there something, I'm thinking this answer might be different than what I was first expecting. Is there something, an exercise that you can give someone, in your opinion, to do before a date that could help boost their confidence?
Yes, I do.
And what is this?
This exercise is not squats, okay? Which that does help to do before a date. Do a couple squats. It will give your booty a pump. But more importantly, the exercise that you should be doing before you go out is look at yourself in the mirror for 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
And literally just admire everything. Your eyebrows, your eyes, your dimples, your imperfections. I have freckles now.
The shingles you have on your face from stress.
Exactly.
Everything. But really, really, truly look at yourself and appreciate every single part of yourself. Because if you can't go out loving yourself, who's going to love you in return?
I love this. I knew that her answer was going to be something. I'm like, she's going to tell me to get on the floor and do donkey kicks.
No.
And I'm like, no. And then we started talking to her. I'm like, this answer is going to be different. I love that. Jen used to do that when she was little.
I'm so glad you remember.
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
Well, only because my mom would. So I went to private school growing up, and like, everyone's just a bitchy girl. Like, it is true. It's mean girls. So I just like felt like I'm too tall because I grew really quickly and then shrunk, right?
Because she's literally 5'1", so it's
right.
not.
I'm 5'1". No, I'm 5'4", but Lauren tells me I
she's a
shrink.
small person.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my mom would put me in front of the mirror and make me sit there until I loved what I saw. And she would be like, tell yourself you're beautiful. I'm like, I'm beautiful.
Oh my God, I love your mom.
No, but isn't that good?
But it
That
built
is
my head up a little
amazing.
too much.
No,
now
it
we take
didn't.
me down
You're
a little
fine.
bit.
No,
No.
you're fine. You have confidence. This woman wears a bikini with confidence.
No, totally.
Oh
it looks
my
great
God.
too. Listen, also like there are things like I need to embrace cellulite. Like I might not be like big in some parts, but like the cellulite, I'm like it's not cute.
But
like,
I have heard
everyone
so
has
many
it.
men
I
say
know.
it's freaking sexy.
Wow.
Because
I
I'm
have
human.
heard like, yeah, it's sexy. It makes you a woman. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I
give
know.
me that. Like that literally makes guys go. I've literally been next to my best guy friends and them seeing a girl with cellulite and be like, oh, I want to fuck that.
Really?
Like,
Oh, God.
And I'm like, really? And I used to be so self-conscious because
Yes.
I had cellulite on my
Yeah.
legs too. And I was like, ew, like I always never wore
Yeah.
shorts in high school.
Oh, now I won't.
Oh, now
Ever.
you do.
I
Oh,
won't do
God.
it.
Now you
wait,
guys
now,
know
Hold on.
I
But wait,
do.
though, do you not have it anymore? Do you have tips to get rid
I
of
have
it?
very little
What do you
now.
do for
but
it?
it's really just toning and actually working your legs.
Yeah.
Working your legs at least twice a week will help to build muscle, which is going to help tighten your legs.
Yeah, okay, I do that a lot. but
At
we'll
least
see.
2 times a week. That's
Well,
all.
also,
you-
isn't it though hereditary? And
It is,
also, if you had no cellulite, like, wouldn't you look like a 12-year-old a little bit?
Yeah. And I mean, there are obviously things you could like any kind of soda, anything with bubbles in it.
Oh, see.
Sparkling
Caffeinated,
water, I
club
won't give it
soda, club soda.
I know
soda.
the French say that. I've heard that for a really long time, but I just don't think I can get rid of La Croix.
I won't.
If
I'd
you
rather
tell
have
me it's going to
cellulite.
get rid of cellulite, then I mean, I might not do it.
I
but
mean, it won't always, like I said, under certain lighting,
Yeah.
you're still going to see
it's
some
there.
of it. Yeah.
It's there. Okay, so what are some? Okay, so that's a food and maybe workout type of thing. But what are some? What are some of your favorite like workout moves that you are like? Kind of quick, like an at-home workout. Let's say you don't have an hour. Like, what do you like to do for, like, give 2 muscle groups, like abs and butt, or something that
I
like,
was about to
yeah.
say glutes and your abs.
Yeah.
Glutes you want to work anytime you have a short amount of time. Glutes you want to work because they're the largest muscle in your body
and they burn the most
and
calories.
they burn the most calories. So remember, every pound of muscle that you build on your body burns 50 calories at rest. So your glutes are the largest. So
I
you're gonna
love weight training for that because I know it's
Exactly.
going to keep burning all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only is it going to make you look great in your jeans and your bikinis, but it's speeding up your metabolism, which there's purpose for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we get into our 20s, our 30s, our 40s, everything starts to slow down.
Yep. Sure does. So you're saying like focus on like a
Glutes and abs. Yeah.
Which you could totally do at home.
Yes.
You can do some
Everything
squats,
you can
do
at
some
home.
abs.
and no weights sometimes. Like
No
sometimes,
weights
I mean, you
sometimes.
sweat and your legs will shake just from being on your toes and squatting.
Exactly. Just hold a squat against the wall.
So
hold
hard.
that for a minute.
So hard.
And
So
then
hard,
a plank.
but
You'd
great.
be
It could be a
surprised.
wall squat and some planks. But before dating, I have certain workouts on my YouTube channel where it's like a before a date, where it's a literally a quick booty and ab workout. So it gives you a pump because your muscles are being flushed with all this blood there. So
Yeah.
for that night, your butt's gonna get a booty
And you'll
lift.
see it.
And you will see it.
I mean,
It will go
that's
away the next
pretty
day, but
instant.
it will be instant.
That's
Especially-
amazing.
yeah.
Okay, and then what do you do on a date if you're like, shit, I made all these resolutions, I want to be healthy this year, but then you're whining and dining and then going to Italian or sushi and there's rice and pasta and bread. What do you do?
Yeah. How do
Well,
you keep those resolutions?
Without
To
being an
keep
asshole
these
on a date.
resolutions, believe it or not, be careful who you're dating. You're 60% more likely to be overweight if you're dating somebody that's overweight. So when it comes to choosing your men, ladies, make sure they have somewhat of a healthy lifestyle. Because I can't go out with a guy that wants to take me to Italian dinners all the time. I'm sorry, that's just not my style. I don't eat bread and wine every day. So make
gonna pour
sure.
Yeah. And with that, pour your wine. No, you're right,
Right?
though,
Carry
because
on.
it's hard to
So
say no if
choose
it's right in
wisely.
front of you.
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah.
so even me, like before, I used to date chubbier guys because I never wanted to have a guy date me only for my body. So I would date guys that were just a little overweight, nothing, you know.
Like dad bod or like
a dad,
overweight?
like even a little over. I've
Oh.
dated some chubsters, but only because I felt like I loved their personality. They made me feel good. We had such a great connection. But every time I did that, I would put on 3 to 5 pounds. And
Yeah.
they would lose 30 pounds and get abs, and I would put on 5 pounds.
You're like, this is not
So
a
I'm
fair
like,
trade-off.
this is not a fair trade-off at all.
Yeah.
So when it comes to dating, it is choosing a person that, you know, has a healthier lifestyle.
What is a tip? You just like struck this idea in my mind. For some, 3 to 5 pounds is the hardest part.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the very end where you're like, I already am not eating dairy and I'm drinking water all day long and I'm
Yep.
doing these things. What the fuck? It's different for everybody. But for
Yes.
you, what is your tip for like the last 3 to 5 pounds? Like, what do you think needs to happen that would like maybe work for everybody, most everybody to like just shed it?
Well, with my clients, I typically do a metabolic shock or what is that called? Fasting in the morning time. Sorry, this wine is
The intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So intermittent fasting for everybody. Everybody can start doing that, practicing it at least 3 to 4 times a week, and that will start to shed weight.
Do you
also.
think it's best to do that 3 days in a row or
3 days in a row
on
is
and off?
best?
Okay.
It is best because your body will start to lose the lack of calories, basically. And just, I mean, there's different ways that you can shock your metabolism, like giving a 2-day detox, which one day would be all protein, one day would be all carbohydrates. And then the next day you would go back onto like your regular. But there's also
Really?
one other tip that will help you lose
Wait,
weight.
carbohydrates all day?
Yeah, well, fruits and veggies carbs.
Oh, I was going to say, hold
You're
the
like,
phone.
I could do
I
that.
got sandwiches and pasta. I'm doing this. Okay, I understand. The good
Well,
carbs.
that's like,
but-
have you read the book Fit for Life?
But yes, I have.
Yeah,
actually,
so
yes.
and that like introduces different food groups on different times so that you separate it and you can digest them differently.
I'm
and
doing
then you bring
something
them
right
all
now
back.
where it's like, do not mix protein and carbs ever. But I don't really
That's
eat
probably-
that many carbs.
That's
What is
not the
the
way
thing
to
you're
build
doing?
muscle, though. And
Yeah.
if you want to build muscle, you have to
Have the
combine them because
yeah.
the glucose and sugar is what helps transport the protein to the muscle.
Okay.
So you need to kind of combine them.
Okay, and what's that other tip you were
And that
gonna
other
say?
tip, this is like, you can do this for 7 days and literally flatten your tummy within the 7 days if you do this twice a day. Doing a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and 8 ounces of water. That literally will help you poop your brains out for 7 days, and you lose 2/3 of your fat pooping. So you need
Doing it.
to do this.
Wait,
Wait,
say it
say it
again.
one more time.
1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar
Okay.
mixed with water.
And
Never
just drink it.
do it alone. And yeah, just drink it all at once. The best is to drink it all at once because it helps flush out your liver.
Yes.
And your liver is what you need to flush out in order for your body to be
So
losing weight.
you must be familiar with the fat flush cleanse. This is a liver
I have
cleanse.
heard of it,
It's
yes.
such an awesome diet, guys. If you want to go on a diet, we're talking about healthy body image here. This is a very healthy liver cleanse. That's why it's called the fat flush, because the liver flushes out fat. I've done it before. It is all apple cider vinegar. It's all what you're talking about.
Exactly.
It's a very good diet. Look it up if you want, but it's piggybacking on what you're talking about, and it's very healthy and it's very good for you.
It's so good. Just doing that 7 days, you'll see a difference in your stomach.
I'm doing it starting today till next Wednesday.
Do it.
I'm going to let you know on the next show. I'll put my shirt up and show you my abs, and hopefully I don't have shingles all over my body right now.
Okay, so now for everyone listening, and we just spewed out a bunch of like things that probably sound a little crazy, like several different diets and pooping, which might sound a little ano, but okay. What is there at some point like a problem somebody might have? Like, can you be too skinny if you're constantly dieting? If you're just trying to poop? If like you are working out, like you're addicted to working out, and that's like its own eating disorder. Like, is there a place where somebody can just cross the line?
Yeah, like
Absolutely.
when's it too much?
When you start losing your period, a lot of times get too skinny where they start to lose their period. When you start to get bags under your eyes, that's when you're not getting enough nutrients as well.
Oh my God.
So there's so many different things. Your skin starts to also dry up as well because you're sweating so much and you're not dehydrating.
Well, I sweat without any of that happening. But no, I see what you're saying.
But when your body is so intelligent, it's a computer system. It will literally tell you when it starts to have breakdowns.
Yeah.
So you know when you're getting too skinny when things start to fall apart.
Listen, you can't look at an Instagram model and be like, I want to look like that. That is her. So I have girlfriends that don't work out at all. They're like 5'9" and they weigh 95 pounds and they eat Taco Bell all day long. That is their body type.
Exactly.
Even if they wanted to look different or skinny, they couldn't. That's just the way they are. So you have to keep in mind too that like this weight is your skinny. And when you start to see bags under your eyes, dry skin, all these other things, you have to pay attention to the fact that that's not where you're supposed to be, I would imagine.
Yeah. Also, the sad thing is sometimes when people hear like, oh my gosh, you look so skinny, they hear like, oh, that's a compliment. Yeah. I'm doing it right.
You know what? I have something to say about that, though. I think commenting on somebody's body, shape, size, whatever, is not the nicest thing. I think we need to start to think. Jen and I talk a lot about dating and like single shaming and the way people say, oh my God, like they think they're complimenting you, but they're not. Like, you're you're such a good catch. Why are you single?
Oh God, I cannot hear that question again.
Listen,
right?
And you're
like, I'm fucking crazy. That's why.
I know. What are you saying? You're like,
I literally say that. I'm fucking crazy. Okay.
No, but it's like you're in your mind. You're going like, what the fuck are you saying? It's like when someone says to you, God, you look so good, you're so thin. It's like, can we change the way what that means? Because you wouldn't comment on me if I walked in the room and you hadn't seen me in a year and I gained 15 pounds. You wouldn't be like, what happened to you? You gained 15 pounds. What have you been doing? It's like not allowed to say that looks good or not. Like, to me, I think we all need to pay attention to like your words when you're commenting on somebody's body. Pay attention to that, because there's this weird stigma that like skinny is good or single is bad. These things are not real. It's not. It just changed.
Just say you have a good butt. Tell people they have a good butt.
Be aware of your words. That's all I'm saying.
But it starts with us being the change, because believe it or not, the hate that I get the most on YouTube is from other women. Calling me fat.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
yes.
Wow.
I get it the most.
Did they not get the memo of like what you stand for?
I guess not.
You're
and
not
I'm always kind of like, well, this is Curvy Girls Fitness Channel. Surprise. What do you want? I'm not going to be stick thin. I'm not going to be a bodybuilder lookalike either. It's just not my thing.
Also, if we're judging ourselves in accordance with Instagram, because that's like obviously a very familiar platform, a lot of people Facetune and liquefy and slimify and God knows what app came out yesterday.
I know.
Whatever the hell they are doing, it might be like manufactured. So if we're judging ourselves against a bar that isn't actually even real, what does that say about us?
But there's so much pressure. But there's so much pressure. I came out on a segment with HBO talking. I had done this video with my girl just as a joke, how to take the best belfie, and they put it in this segment. But the segment was called, it was Swiped. And they're talking about online dating and the pressures that women have now to do that, to take these selfie pictures, to take these sexy pictures to try to get dates, because apparently being single, like you said, is is a bad thing. I'm enjoying my singleness. Don't get me wrong.
As you should.
You should.
As you should.
I'm like trying to figure out how I could get uncomfortable or how I can get myself to want to date because I love living by myself. I love
I
doing
did
my own
too.
thing. I love it. And
I
the
love
thought of
it.
having to live with a guy again, I was married. I did all
Yeah.
that. You have to share the bathroom. You have to share your closet.
I have to
you
clean
have
up
to share
all the time.
everything.
Get a place with more closets.
Yeah.
Start
that
there.
is
But
there.
we live city living. It's not always easy. But I
It
mean,
is.
yeah,
That's
no,
true, yeah.
listen, living by yourself is fucking fabulous.
Yes. It's
Let me tell you,
fabulous.
I love my boyfriend. I love his daughter. I love our dog. But like, let me tell you,
When he's like away or like golfing all day, she's like, I just watched 4 hours of Bravo and I love everything about it.
my God.
I finally got
like,
to do it.
my place before was like, everything was how I wanted it.
Yes.
All of the things. It's something
Yes.
very nice about that. I still drive by my old apartment and get like sad.
They're like, I miss you.
They're like, no.
Yes, and that's why it's one of those things where like I can't be sad to be single because I've
You
I've
should not be.
appreciated I've appreciated this time and everything happened. I believe the universal intelligence. There are no mistakes. We are in a place exactly where we're supposed to be, and if you truly believe that everything happens for a reason, you just kind of go through life accepting that your choices are also the things that you're going to dictate in your life. But the universe is so intelligent.
Just like your body.
Yes, just like your body.
And so the point here is, I think, to get your body and your universe and your life like all in tune. Everything is working in conjunction with each other. So don't only just work out and fuck everything else.
Yes.
Like, and you've said this here, your favorite workout move before a date is to mentally prepare yourself
yeah.
for what you have physically to offer. Pay attention to this, guys. This is a major fitness guru here, and her advice is a lot of what comes from inside. You have to work everything, every aspect of everything's connected.
My saying is change more than just your body.
Oh, I love that.
That
It's
is
so
literally what
real.
I live by because I haven't been transforming people's lives for the last 10 years, just giving them a nice booty.
No.
I've been coaching their minds, their spirits, and their bodies.
That's a
all
bonus.
three
Right. Like,
together.
to love your body and your booty. Like, some people are like, my butt is too big. Oh, no. Like,
Yeah.
so
it's
big.
Well,
it's
listen.
rare that you hear that now.
Right, now it's
10
cool.
years ago when I started training, every woman was like, make my butt smaller, make my hips smaller, make my legs smaller. Now every woman's like, make my butt bigger.
Right. I want everything bigger. Waist
It's a
smaller.
trend.
Yes,
It's a
Everything
trend.
else.
It's the trend.
Right.
Yes.
And
Hopefully
Gia,
it
Gia,
sticks,
I'm
'cause
sure
it's very
can do.
Renaissance.
It's working for us.
Yeah, Gia, I'm sure can do whatever. If you want a little bigger, a little smaller, there's
Yes.
things you can do for that diet and exercise.
Diet
but
and
for the most
exercise.
part,
Edit
keep
your
in
photo.
for the most part, keep in mind your body type. It's
Yes.
just you are what you are.
Yes.
And also, you're amazing. You are uniquely you.
yes.
You are uniquely you, and I love that you are. So you have a like a retreat for women, a women's empowerment retreat coming up, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because again, it's not just do these squats or do these
Yes.
leg lifts.
Or watch this YouTube video.
Yeah,
it's more.
Exactly. It's way more. I'm putting together a retreat for women that will be around June. Bodybygia.com will have all the information, but it's just a retreat where I can not only coach their bodies, we'll go through a workout, but also talk about self-love, how to build your dreams, what you need to do to overcome fear, and exercises like staring at yourself in the mirror. Exercises like you looking
My
at another
favorite.
human as well, though.
I need to
just
do
sitting
this.
there and having you guys, eye gaze and looking at each other's just perfections and love, and then realizing that you're that same image.
right.
We
know?
do that like once a year.
Oh, that's
Or
good.
we did last year.
Well, we do retreats, but I mean, this is intense. Like, okay, so
Yeah.
if you want
How
to
do we
do
sign
it,
up?
yeah, if you want to do it, how do you
Bodybygia.com. If you subscribe to the newsletter, I'm going to be sending out the invitations. It will be like accepting applications because I want women that are really going to be there to really have transformation and not just, fans that just kind of guys. There's definitely not going to be any guys.
It's a
Sorry,
women's
guys. It's a
empowerment
woman
retreat.
empowerment
We're there to
retreat.
work.
Yes, we're there to work, and not just your booties, but internal work, which
know what-
really starts with everything.
Where is it going to take place?
Los Angeles will be my first one. Yes.
I really wanna
You
do
guys
it.
are invited, obviously. Yes.
Oh my
You guys will
I
be
just
there.
feel like I won Miss America.
I too feel that
Did you
way.
hear me gasp?
If you want me to lead everyone in staring at themselves in the mirror,
Oh, please.
I've been perfecting
Wait,
it.
listen.
Please.
It's
Yes,
gonna
you
happen-
are.
This is going to happen before my wedding. I think I need you in my
Yeah.
life
Yes.
to like relax.
Both of
and
you guys have a free
reset.
pass, and I expect you there, ladies.
Holy!
We will shed for that wedding.
Oh my god, I want to do this so bad.
Can't wait. So, listeners, viewers, join us. And if you're girls, obviously not guys, you can't come.
And you guys go to bodybygia.com for all of the updates. You can do workouts there. I already looked at some of them. I did a little bit of one when I had a second.
okay.
I'm going to do more like when I have more time, but like love it. You can watch videos, you can work out, you can see tips, you can, there's all connectivity there. So, and then also where can everyone follow? What are all your handles?
So Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube is all at Body by Gia.
Okay, great.
Body by Gia. Can you say that how fast can you say that?
Body
in 10
by Gia,
seconds?
body by Gia, body by Gia, body by Gia. That's enough.
See,
I'm
that's
tired.
hard, right?
Very tired.
It is
It
hard.
starts to get hard around 5 or 6, like Body by Gia, Body by Gia.
Especially after our
Wine.
gym and
Or
juice
wine.
wine.
Gin and juice.
Oh
Mama
my
needs her
God.
juice.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming
Thank you,
in.
ladies.
We
It was so
enjoyed.
fun.
Yeah, this was
Namaste.
great. Yes. Oh my
Namaste.
God, so great. And don't forget to tune in next week for our show and our guest Janelle Marie Rodriguez. And don't forget to follow us on all the social medias at Complicated Show. And where can everyone find you, not Lauren?
You can find me at Gia's boot camp in June.
Yes.
Otherwise, you can find me at Jennifer Golden. That's Jennifer with one N. My mom told me to tell everyone. She's like, no one's going to find you. Spell your name. Okay.
Well, maybe Jan should have added an N in your name.
Would have been convenient to spell it like everyone else. Jennifer Golden at all the social medias. Lauren, where can people find you?
At notjen.com. Just kidding. At Lauren Leonelli on all the social medias. And it's just phonetic. You just figure it out.
I can't wait to hear about your shingles next week.
Oh my God, you guys are going to let you know
I'm
if it's
psyched.
shingles or what the fuck it is.
And wedding planning ensues.
Oh my God. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Love you long time.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.